Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Those who are new, welcome to my channel. In our last video, we have learned about the meaning and the types of resources. In that types of resources, we see renewable and non-renewable resources. After that, we see biotic and abiotic resources. In today's class, let us see scarcity of resources. All our basic needs like food, shelter, clothes, etc. are meet our various natural resources like air, water, soil, minerals, coal, petroleum, animal, plants, etc. Here we see that all our means all human beings basic needs like food, shelter, clothes are meet many natural resources like air, water, soil, minerals, coal, petroleum, animal, plant, etc. For example, the human beings are get food through the plants, animals, and many things. While we want to make our house on that time, the many rich natural resources are helpful like air, water, soil, and minerals. Plants are also very much helpful to build our house. Those are all the best example for natural resources. But how long those precious material of nature will be available for us? A big question related to this is how long we use these natural resources. This is a big question. The growing population, rapid industrialization and urbanization, they have created a heavy demand on all of those minerals. Here we see that those are all minerals are very less. Here we see that the rapid growth of population and industrialization, urbanization and modernization through that the demand of natural resources are also increased in our society, especially in relation to our ever increasing wants that available resources are surely secure, while the non-renewable resources likely to be exploited beyond their regeneration rate. The main factor of increasing the scarcity here is scarcity means less amount of resources. Now let us see what are the causes or what are the factors related to scarcity of resources. Now let us see overpopulation, growing industrialization, expanding urban areas, atmospheric pollution, water pollution and land degradation. Those are all the factors which are scarcity for resources. Now let us see one by one. Overpopulation. The increasing population requires the additional land for growing additional food and providing shelter, which we meet through the conservation of a forest and land into the agricultural land and agricultural land into residential area, commercial and industrial land. Here we see that the overpopulation is a main causes for scarcity of resources. For example, the increasing of population require the additional land for growing additional food. While the human beings are increased on that time, they want food for their daily livelihood and the providing shelter which we meet through the conservation of a forest. We have to cut the forest. After that, those land became agricultural land. After that, those agricultural land became a residential, commercial and industrial land. Those are the big changes which are occur in our nature due to the overpopulation. Now let us see growing industrialization. With increased industrialization and extraction of minerals, ores and crude oil, it is water increases resulting in the empty of mines, oil wells and water resources. Here we see that the growing of industrialization is mainly affected to the scarcity of resources like the extraction of mineral ores and crude oils. Those are water increase the resulting in empty of mines, oil water in water sources. Through this the water sources are get polluted and scarcity of resources are done. Our next factor is expanding urban areas. Here we see that the urban areas are those where a huge population lies in a small area. naturally, and demand for the resources and the generation of waste is in a very high contribution to reduction in the quality of resources. Just a plight of Bengaluru, which receive Kaveri water for hundreds of kilometers away, and the pure water is converted into the waste water by householding and industrial unit. Those are all related to the expanding urban areas. Now let us move on. Our next point is atmospheric pollution. With greater burning of fossil fuel like coal, diesel, and petrol, more harmful elements like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, sulfate, soot, and dust get into the air pollution. It is reduces their availability and clean air. Here we see that due to the increase of vehicle in our area, and that cause the people are use more coal, diesel, petrol, and it is more harmful elements like carbon dioxide, hydrogen, sulfate, and so dust get into the out, and air get polluted here, and availability of clean air is less. For example, in our capital area, in Delhi's area, we see that more air pollution is there. Those are all about the atmospheric pollution. Now let us see water pollution and land degradation. When the human hospital industries and other waste are dumped into the open space, they affected the land and water. Here we see that the human hospitals and industrial and other waste are dumped into the empty space, and they created more pollution, and it is mostly affected to the land and water related to that area, and reducing the quality as well as availability of water is also polluted by the agriculture and household activities. That water is not usable for the not only for the agriculture but also the household activities here. Those are all about the pollution and land degradation. Therefore, the increase in population and their increase the economic activities, and they have increased the scarcity and affected the quality of increase also. Quality of resources are increased here. Here we see that the while population are increased, on that time their demand are also increased, and to fulfill those demands, the government or some other institutions I have to. In today's class we have learned about the scarcity of resources. In that scarcity of resources, scarcity means in the last stage of end. After that we see some factors related to scarcity of resources. In that factor we have studies about the overpopulation, growing industrialization. After that we see expanding urban areas, atmospheric pollution. After that we see the water pollution and land degradation. Those are all about we have learned in today's class. If you have any queries regarding this, comment below. Thank you for watching this.